Hello and welcome back. Okay, what do you do when you look at an image that you really like and discover that you haven't got enough negative space or you've chopped a bit off somewhere, as I have done with this image? It was taken on my iPhone. It's a camera movement, which makes it even harder to make sure you've got everything you need in the shot, but we can all do it, whichever way we're shooting. So the first thing I'm going to do is duplicate my layer, which is Command or Control J. So I've got the original under here at the bottom, and I'm going to turn that one off, making sure I've got the one I want to work on selected. So I don't like using AI. I've got absolutely nothing against AI. If you use AI to expand your canvas, you can find you end up with a content credential attached to the image suggesting it was made with AI, which of course it wasn't. So let me show you a different way of doing this. So I've grabbed my crop tool, which is over here on your left-hand tools panel, which means that my options bar changes to the options for the crop tool. So as you can see along here, we've got this option here that says fill. And if you use the little drop down, you've got three options. So transparent is what it automatically defaults to. Generative expand is the AI, which I'm not going to use. And content aware fill is the option I am going to use today. So let's just click that one. So as you can see, we've got, because we're on the crop tool, we've got our little bars appeared so we can drag this canvas out. Now, if you find when you drag, I'm going to go upwards. If you find that it's dragging everything out, both sides, it's because you need to change your option here to width times height times resolution. If you're on original ratio, it will attempt to maintain the ratio of the original image, so you'll end up with expanding in all directions. So just make sure you've got this one selected. So as you can see, as I've dragged it up, it's given me transparency. We have content aware fill selected, so you can either now tick up here on the toolbar or just hit return on your keyboard. And there you go, it's given us a fix. So it does a pretty good job. If you zoom in, I'm going to Command plus on my keyboard to zoom in. Because of the type of image this is, there's a lot of blur and softness. It does a really decent job of fixing that. But that is not the case with every image. So let's just have a look at another one. If you Okay, so with this image, let me zoom out. This is different in that it's not got the blur. So Photoshop is potentially going to find it harder to expand this canvas and get it right because of where the sun is. So let's just see what it does. So I've just turned off the padlock. I'm going to duplicate my layer again, which is Command or Control J. And with this one, let's just straighten our horizon as well. So if you don't know, straightening the horizon is also on the crop tool. So I've got my crop tool still selected. And up here in the middle, you'll see you've got this little button that says straighten. I'm going to click on my horizon over here and then drag, oops, I've unselected my tool, and then drag across. Not a great selection, so let's just come out of that and try again. And follow the horizon you've got, not the one you want to have. I remember when I first started, I was very confused. So I always say that, just in case you're a complete newbie and you're thinking, well, I want the horizon there. You don't do that. You don't tell it what you want. It will do that for you. So you select the horizon as you've currently got. Just drag across, and when you get to the end, let go, and it will straighten it for you. So let's hit return, say thanks very much. It's not perfect, but I'm not really focused on that today. I just want to show you how to expand this and some of the trouble you can run into. So I'm going to click the canvas to get back my little grab tools and pull this one up. I'm going to make sure I've got content aware fill. Click. Let's see what it gives us. So as you can see this time, let's zoom in. It's not done such a great job because it's dealing with more complexity. So the first problem, we've got this funny line has appeared, which is actually transparency. It's got a bit confused. So the first thing I would do is come back over here to the toolbar and grab the lasso tool. And I'm going to draw a probably pretty wobbly line because I'm not so great with my mouse around that line. Let go. And then, as you notice on this floating panel, depending on what you've just done, the options change. So if you click the little paint bucket, it gives you content aware fill as an option. Contents, content aware. Okay, yes, please. And Command or Control D to deselect. And as you can see, it's actually filled in that transparent gap. This still isn't right. So there are a couple of ways to do this. Again, I could use my lasso tool and just draw around, let go, paint bucket, content aware fill, okay. And it's changed it a little bit, but not great. So I might try that a few times and just see if it gets it right. And sometimes it does. Just keep going because it's machine learning. So sometimes it gets it, and actually that's made it worse. So I'm going to say Command Z to step back. And if you've got your marching ants still there and you want to get rid of them, it's Command or Control D to deselect. Okay, so how would I fix this? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to use pixels from the image to fix it. That's not really the pro way of doing it. You'll learn that one in the next video, but it's important to get to grips with all of these tools. So this is destructive editing because we are doing this directly onto our image layer, although we have got our original underneath, which is why I always do that. So make sure we've got the right layer selected. You've got a couple of options. You could use the clone stamp, but the problem with that is it's a direct copy. It doesn't attempt to blend. If you use your healing brush tool, this one, you also select pixels with Option or Alt and click, pick up the pixels. The difference is the healing brush will try and blend it in. So it will, if I drop that there, it will try and blend it. So as you can see, I've gone Option, click, picked up those pixels, dropped them on the sun, and it's tried to blend it. If I come to the clone stamp and do that and say Option, click, and drop that there, it makes an exact copy. And that's the difference between the healing brush and the clone stamp tool. So I would always use the healing brush for this job. And I'm going to come in here, Option, click, and just drop some pixels, and Photoshop will help me out trying to blend that in. But it's not a perfect job, and you will spend a fair bit of time trying to get this right, because as you see, if you click too near the edge of the canvas and pick up the edge, it will paint that line onto your image. So this is one way of doing it, and with a bit of time and practice, you could probably get this looking quite decent. But in the next video, I will share the pro way of fixing this. So you're non-destructively editing, you can pick up the colour and blend it in seamlessly with your image. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. We've covered how to expand your canvas on a simple content aware fill on that original image, which works well on C or something like this, where you've got a lovely blurry soft blend effect. And we've straightened out horizon on this image, and I've shown you the difference between the clone stamp and the healing brush tool. Join me in the next video and I'll show you how the pros would fix this up the top here. So I'll see you there. Bye for now.